Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 7th of December, 2025. Marvelous. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you today with another fragrance rotation video. This time, we have had the first week of winter on this channel. And how's it looking? Let me see. Interesting. There's been a mixture of things. One of the things I wore this week disagreed with me so vehemently that I've decided to sell it. It's got to go, friends. It's got to go. But that was yesterday, so we'll come to that towards the end of the video. But let us start with a fragrance that has never disagreed with me. In fact, it is one of the most agreeable, if not the most agreeable fragrance I have ever had. And this is Ambra Sultan by Serge Lutens. Serge Lutens and Ambra Sultan. Absolutely sensational pairing. I love this shit so much. It is fantastic and it is doing really well. And so am I when I wear it, friends. This is awesome. The reference amber, the finest of ambers, the best amber there has ever been. Indeed, this is the amber all other ambers are referenced against, and none, in my opinion, have ever reached the heights. Although many are called, few are chosen. And this still remains the one. There is an outrageous... Some people say it's oregano. I agree oregano's in there, but I don't think it's just oregano or oregano, as the Americans would call it. There is general herbaceousness. Strange name for a military man. But there is a general greenness at the top of this in a herbal fashion that gives this the edge over all others. The proportions and the dimensions and the structure and the form and the finished product, everything in this is just fucking perfect. And indeed, I am grateful I was born at a time that I could smell this. Thank God. Great fragrances will do that for you. All great things will do that for you. You know? You think, well, I'm glad I got to see that. You know, or smell that, or eat that, you know, or any of the other things that you enjoy. I've nearly finished this bottle. Fear not, friends, I have others. In fact, I've already got the next one out. This is a partial I picked up. Fuck knows when. It's just been sitting there waiting its turn. But this will be the next one that I smell, and it smells fantastic. It smells fantastic and is doing really well. So, when that bottle is over, friends, I shall let you know, and you will see a new one pop up. Whoops! Just banging into my water there. Dreamy. Okay. Next up. On Tuesday I wore a fragrance which has become a fucking hazard for me. Not the actual fragrance, it's the bottle. The bottle's a fucking menace. Look at the state of the lip, the very lips of that. It's sharp, friends. It's a fucking absolute health hazard. Menacing. But this is Pachuli. Well, this is Royale Pachuli, not Patchouli Royale. This is Royale Pachuli by Bois 1920. The EDT. The EDT, my friends, the EDT. The EDP's a shitter. Don't buy the EDP, it's crap. The EDT is far superior. And don't trust the box either. Tell them you want to see the actual fragrance and the label on the inside. You know, the label on the bottom there should say EDT. I've bought an EDT box and an EDP perfume came inside and it was for fucking sealed one as well, so... And then Bois 1920 wouldn't take responsibility. Fuck them. But they did offer me some money off a purchase if I bought from them. And I said, no, obviously I'm not going to buy anything off you. I don't know what I'm going to receive. Great fragrance though. Dark, thick, syrupy patchouli. Little bit woody, creamy. So sandalwood, benzoine in there, labdanum. It's got that kind of mandarin syrup thing going on there as well. It's got a little bit of incense. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful perfume, the EDT. I would be buying and trying more from this brand if they hadn't fucked us over. Search Rich Mitch, Royale Patchouli, or Rich Mitch, Bois 1920. My experience with Bois 1920, if you wish to hear the story. This was years ago at this point, but fuck them. Fuck them now and forever. Next up, another fragrance with a large patchouli note in it. And this is Amen. This is a bottle of Amen. This is a little 50ml number I've got. Now, I did finish a 30ml thing. Are you 30ml? I can't remember. I haven't opened it yet. This is Angel Men, and I finished this recently. Yeah, it is 30ml, isn't it? I finished this recently, and usually when I finish a perfume, I don't open a new one to start, but I haven't opened a new one to restart. I've actually just continued on with this partial. So that's what's happened there. I would like to try and get through that this winter, you know, and then start on a new bottle in the autumn and winter coming up next year. This is one of the great designer perfumes. This is what designer perfumes used to be. If this was released today, right, a perfume house would slap fucking 400 quid on it, right, and all the fucking noodle heads on fucking TikTok and all the other fucking apps where you can't be over the age of 18 to fucking feature on them, fucking, they'd all be fucking going mental about it. This was like a 40, 50 quid fragrance 30 years ago. Still was until 10 years ago when it was fucking, Mugler was hoovered by L'Oreale and then completely fucking bastardized. The shithouses. L'Oreale never make anything better. Really odd note of tar juxtaposed with the sweetness and the lavender, mint, patchouli. Great fragrance made by Jacques Auclier. Yes, okay. Thursday, friends, I wore a very different kind of patchouli. A very different kind of patchouli. Yeah, it's been a pretty patchouli thick week. Tomorrow's fragrance, well, the next day's fragrance, Friday's fragrance has got a big patchouli note in it as well. But this is Patchouli Patch by L'Artisan. This is a very, I don't want to say an artistic patchouli. Can you get an artistic patchouli? I suppose you can. This has got like star anise. It's got something very sharp about it, very sharp lines in it. It's not harsh and sharp smelling, but it smells like it would look sharp. You could wear this with a sharp suit, you know? You would look good wearing this. It's not like a hippie kind of patchouli, although there are hippie nuances. This is somebody who was perhaps once a hippie and then grew up, but has still experienced like free love, you know? That kind of thing. It's very, very interesting. It's got like a little bit of, just a tiny hint of something floral and sweet about it. There's a little bit of woodiness, a little bit of greenness in there. But again, it's very sharp and very well proportioned. It's not billowy. It's not creamy even. You know, lots of patchoulis are creamy. It's not really like that. It's very, oh God, how can I put it? What's the word I'm looking for? Sharp's giving the wrong impression. Sharp's giving the wrong impression. What word am I looking for? Smart. Smart. It's very smart. Very well put together, you know. Looks good. Looks like it takes care of itself. But it's also experienced. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Now, what do we have next? Well, I know what we have next because I'm looking at it. In fact, I've got it in my hands. What am I saying? This is one of, again, the best designer fragrances ever made. And this is M7's Oud Absolu. Oud Absolu. M7 by YSL. This is, again, mandarin at the top. Patchouli. It's got that sweet cola thing going on. Definitely has some cola. Allegedly got oud, bois de oud, if you will. Labdanum, amber. It's like an ambery sort of fragrance with cola vibes. I much prefer it to the Roger Enigma Pour Homme, I think it is, that he does. Much prefer this, but I did smell this one first. Much better performance than I remember it having, you know? When I first got this, I thought the performance was shite. And I went a long time thinking, I can't wear this, it's crap. And then I realised, yeah, actually, it's really good. You know, just spray more on. It's okay. Made by Jacques Cavalier and Alberto Marias. Based on their later work, it shows that two wrongs can make a right. Because the stuff they've been making for the last fucking number of years has been crap. Jacques Cavalier at LVMH, I just don't like the LVMH aesthetic. I don't like the way the perfumes smell. I don't like anything about the brand, really, if I'm being honest. But he made some incredible stuff back in the day. Opium, this. Loads of good stuff. Anywho, next up, Saturday, we come to the fragrance I wore and was so outraged by, I have put it immediately up for sale and I will not wear this again. This is Fendi Uomo. Fendi Uomo. Fendi Uomo. I came straight out the bath yesterday, put this on and smelled like I'd never bothered going in. Absolutely outraged was I by the sweatiness that protruded from the coriander and other herbaceous illegalities which were performed upon my person. I was enraged. So if you're in the UK and you want to buy this, let us know. Decent fragrance, to be fair. I just hadn't smelled or worn this for a long time, and then put it on, and I was like, nope. It happens, you know. You don't smell something for a long time, or even if you do smell stuff, and then you realise, do you know, I just don't like this anymore, and that's where I'm at. You can see I've done some damage to this bottle. I've worn it a lot. A legendary discontinued fragrance, but again, not for me anymore. Just not a fan. Okay, and last but very much not least, we have my scent of the day, and this is a perfume I can't tell you how much I've got left of. It is Laus by Filippo Sorcinelli. Filippo Sorcinelli's Laus, an absolutely a reference incense. Maybe not the reference incense, but certainly one of the best. Cardamom, elemi, frankincense, popanax, amber, labdanum, clove. Really, really, really good fragrance. Top fragrance. Lasts all day. Smells fantastic. And I have got I've got a sample set from him, which I decided to rebuy because I did the first impressions before. And I decided balls, I'm going to do it again because I'm sure there's other stuff in there that I want to try. And that is it, my friends. My first week of winter. I will see you all again soon. Bye.